Hello there, and welcome to episode. What is this again? Episode 33 of Ilum Radio. If you are joining us from earlier today, the date is March 20th. Earlier today, we did our second/third reaction video, our second live reaction video to Jedi Survivor. We're still kind of reeling from it, but we will carry on. Definitely check us out on our socials. Check out Millie at her social. She sent out a very important tweet after
I did.
And yeah, at me Halpern below her lovely photo or her lovely video right there. But definitely check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of what Millie is saying. So with that said, hello. On this episode, we will be talking about The Bad Batch, specifically episode 13, Pabu, and how pretty cool this episode was, for lack of a better word.
We were kind of close. We were kind of close on our prediction. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Like
we weren't 100% sure what this episode was going to be. Like, we figured, oh, it's either about a character or a place, and it's about a place.
Mm-hmm. So we definitely got that right, which is let's just jump into it. So we had a feeling a pirate would be involved. We didn't realize which pirate. And that pirate was Fee. Originally we were hoping it would be Hondo, which I want to see Hondo eventually in all this stuff. But no Hondo.
We'll
was
get
Fee.
him eventually.
I mean, Fee's still dope. But yeah. What opening thoughts? What were your thoughts on this episode when it started with them in the bar, like doing their aggressive negotiations, I guess you could call it?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Well, first of all, Tech was kind of. Well, I mean, while they were in the cantina, Tech was playing like chess by himself with Gonki, which is really funny to see. Kind of keeping an eye on the Marauder, making sure no one steals the ship again.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense now.
Yeah. While the Batch and Fee are like getting along pretty well, like better than they were with Sid.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second I was like, wait, why are they back at Sid's bar? Aren't they like not working with her anymore? And then like, yeah, confirmation later that they're like done with Sid.
I did like that. Yeah, I did the same thing. I'm like, oh, they're back at Sid's. That was kind of a conflict that got resolved. We didn't get to see on screen. Okay, whatever,
Or like this episode, takes place out of order, and like everything's out of order, which is kind of the norm for Clone Wars if you think about it. But
fair.
But so far, this show has been like kind of linear with the timeline and stuff. So I mean, who knows? Seeing bounty hunters, not bounty hunters, but like scoundrels in that cantina was kind of refreshing to me because we don't see a lot of those in the animation these days. And
you would think with like specifically the Bad Batch, like not the show, but the group themselves, and like the circles they run in, you think we would see more, but we kind of haven't this episode, or I'm not this episode. I'm sorry, this season, I guess you could say. I mean, maybe you can count that thief kid when the Marauder got stolen. He could say he was a scoundrel. He was very scoundrel-ish, but other than that,
he's more of a scavenger.
Yeah,
trying to survive.
He's a scavenger who wants to be a scoundrel because he has scoundrel tendencies, but he wasn't himself a scoundrel.
The opposite of Rey.
I do like that they brought back the Cahoon guys, or the Cahoon, whatever they're called. But if you guys don't remember what those are the big centipede or millipede slugs that Jango Fett set to kill Padme.
That's right. They looked familiar.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh snap! I know what they are. Ah!
Count Dooku sent. You've seen the meme, right?
Yep.
Like Count Dooku sent Jango, sent Zam Wessel, who sent
a droid,
the robot, who sent the bugs. it's this whole thing.
I mean,
But I get what you mean.
you can't have Star Wars while having like convoluted plot points. Like, I will always point out, and whenever someone says like a lot of stuff in the sequel trilogy or prequel trilogy makes no sense, I'm like, okay, fine. I will raise you. Explain to me why in the Return of the Jedi they all got caught by Jabba the Hutt in order to free Han Solo. Explain to me like that rationale and planning.
I still have a feeling Sid's gonna like rat out the Bad Batch to the Empire, and they're gonna find they're gonna end up wherever Crosshair is, and they're gonna reunite somehow. So that's how they're gonna break out Crosshair.
Well, we only have 2 nights left until
Yes.
like 2 more Wednesdays, because like the last Wednesday for this in 2 weeks is going to be like their double episode special. The one thing I did like about this episode, which kind of got brought up later and kind of turned into like the plot point of this episode, was like how quickly Omega reacts to the situation. Like Hunter shoots the bug, and then like Wrecker beats someone up, and a shootout starts. And Fee like does the Han Solo shoot under the table on one of the guys in his leg, and with a quickness, like Omega like pulls out her little bowcaster and just starts like lighting shit up, and then she steals like the credits, and then jumps over a table and brings the table down with her like to shield her. It's like, damn, she's kicking ass, like really like doing some John Wick shit. Like, holy shit.
John Wick, yeah.
Yeah, like she definitely is. Which brings up the next plot point where it's like Fee's like, hey, you know, Omega did really good back there, and Hunter's like, oh, her training's paying off, and then she's like, doesn't she ever get a chance to do like little kid shit, like hang out with people she knows? Like, wouldn't that
normal
be
kid stuff?
Yeah, which as a viewer you kind of never thought of, because even I was like, oh, she's got a point. She's never done any little kid shit. So
not even on Camino, because she's like one of the only ones left. I mean, yeah, there were clone training fatigues around the same age, but like we didn't see a lot of them in the Bad Batch.
No,
like,
not at all.
especially in the first season.
Not at all. Like, from what we can tell, especially in the first season of Bad Batch, even the first episode, they no longer have like younger clones. Like, they're all they're all the first gen are pretty much done.
Yeah.
What I do like though is Fee brings it up. She's like, hey, you know, she should be a kid her own age, learn different skills, and like freaking Tech's like, I don't see a reason for that. But you can see like Hunter's face, he's kind of like concerned. He's like, oh my god, she's right. Omega doesn't do little kid stuff. All she's just being a soldier. She shouldn't be a soldier. She should be a kid, for lack of a better word. But yeah, we got confirmation that Sid is like, I like how they like basically left Sid on red. They ghosted her. Because they didn't really say, hey, we're out. They're like, all right, we're just not going to contact you. And that's it. They just left her on red. She's done. So, how do you...
I'm telling you, this is gonna be like a big thing in the finale where like Sid's gonna like betray them. Because yeah, there's like no way they're not gonna bring that up again. Like, she's gonna do something about it.
Yeah. How do you think, because this leads into my next plot point for this episode, because they go to Pabu, that's the planet basically. Yes. And we're like, oh, that's the thing. Do you think
this episode ended too happily, and I'm concerned? So
here's my thing about this episode, and I saw it as soon as they got to Pabu. All right, that's Pabu, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's from there.
Yeah.
What planet is that?
Camino.
No.
Wait.
And remember, Pabu's not the planet. Pabu's the island they went to.
Oh, hold on. Planet. Wait, that's the planet Pabu, or is that a different planet?
That's a different planet. Pabu's the
Is
island
it
they went to.
Octo?
This, I'll give you one more guess. We've seen it before in live action.
It's not Octo.
Nope.
Is it?
Nope.
My bad. Is it the Forest Moons of Endor? Live action. What ocean planet have we seen in live action? Oh, wait.
You're almost there.
Was it in episode 1?
No.
No? Why am I stumping?
It wasn't the main trilogy. It was one of the other movies we saw it in. Or the main saga. It was one of the other movies.
Rogue One?
Yup.
Wait, no, it's not. It's not. I know exactly what you mean. Wait, hold on. No, wait, there's 2. It's not the beach planet, is it? It's not.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Okay, so this is directly I got from Wikipedia. Let me pull it up again really quick because I kind of lost.
Wait. Why am I blanking up? Scarif, that's the planet.
Yep,
Scarif.
it's Scarif.
Jesus, I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake fan, apparently.
Nope, no, you're not.
Wow.
Don't you ever say that to me. You are not.
Okay, fine.
So,
I'm sorry.
when you look up Pabu, the actual planet they go to, or the island they go to, it just says that it's on a celestial body, and that is it. They don't say what celestial body. They just say it is there. And if you look, there's the planet they go to that has Pabu on it. Remember, Pabu is just an island.
Yes.
And there is Scarif. They're on Scarif.
That is very symbolic.
Because the mayor of the town, Shep, Hunter asked him.
Stop. No, wait. This explains a lot because the Imperials at some point in the timeline discover Scarif. And set up base there, which is extremely concerning for the timeline of the Bad Batch, which further proves my theory that Sid is gonna rat out the Bad Batch. The Imperials are gonna find the Bad Batch, capture them, and they're gonna build base on Scarif. That's how they're gonna build the base on Scarif.
So Fee never ever brought Sid to Pabu. That's what we know. She even said she never brought Sid there. Sid, for all we know, Sid doesn't even know the island of Pabu or this place exists, right? But who's to say she didn't put a tracker on the Marauder or Gonki?
Also, hold on. Sorry, I just remembered something from Rogue One. So, wasn't Scarif the same planet Jin discovered, like, whatever, like, Plan 99 or whatever? Like, when she was going through, like, the Imperial plans, there was, like, a plan that kind of sounded like Omega's thing.
Oh, let me check.
On Scarif.
I never thought of that. I know she found Darksaber.
Yes. There was one specific one about, like, Plan 99 or something, or, like, Plan Alpha. It was, like, it was directly related to Omega, I know that. And I think it was on Scarif, like, on the Imperial base on Scarif, when she was trying to, like, find the plans for the Death Star. Because that's where they were trying to find the plans, was on that Imperial base on Scarif.
That's true. No, that's absolutely true. Hang on. Okay, I know. I'll solve this. I think you're right. I'll solve this real easy. I already have, like, Disney Plus pulled up. Okay. So I'm just going to put on Rogue One really quick and fast forward all the way to the end.
Oh my god. And have subtitles on, because then you'll actually hear or see it. Because now it'll make a lot of sense, if that's the case. If they're actually on Scarif.
Hang on.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone bring that up.
Well, let's not congratulate ourselves yet, because we might be mistaken. But I do think you're right. I honestly
I
think you're
swear there
right.
was an Omega reference in that movie, like before even she was a thing.
Oh, they retconned it.
They're like skimming through, trying to find it.
We are totally not editing this part out. People even know what we went through to find this.
Oh my god.
All right, come on.
I'm not going insane.
Come on. So yeah, I'm pretty much convinced.
I'm googling Bad Batch reference in Rogue One, and yeah, it's pretty easy. Just pretty easy find there.
I'm convinced like the planet they're on is Scarif. At least it makes the most sense, especially when you look at the photos I posted or the photos I have like for reference. They're on fucking Scarif.
Okay, so it's a Scarif. It's a reference to War Mantle.
War Mantle, that's a reference?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still a direct reference to Bad Batch, though.
No, you're not wrong. You're definitely.
And there's a video discussing Omega was mentioned in Rogue One and we all missed it by Star Wars Meg. It's 8 minutes long, but...
So again, it just brings up the question of, like, how do they find the Pabu? How do they find the planet they're on? It could be either random happenstance that the Empire has just been... Because they mention it in the Bad Batch. They basically, Shep, the mayor of the town, he's like, hey, this is a good place. What are you going to do if the Empire finds it? And he's like, we will deal with it and manage when that happens. And it's like, oh, okay. And that's where they left it. They never say anything about it. I think that's their... I think we are going to see the Empire in the next episode, possibly.
Oh, hold on. No, wait, it's not just that.
Oh?
One is mentioned. It's the War Mantle. Mark Omega. Directly quoted, Mark Omega.
Really?
That was the other one. Yes. On freaking Scarif, too. On Scarif.
Huh. Well.
This was found all on Scarif, I'm telling you. They're gonna find them on this island, on Pabu. We're gonna set up Imperial base on Scarif as we've seen it in Rogue One. That's our like Andor connection, kind of, / Rogue One connection. Dave Filoni, you madman.
Yeah, I'm like watching like at the end of Rogue One right now when they're like on Scarif and like it's Stellar Sphere, Marks Omega, yeah, Pax Aurora. Yep, I just got to it now. Mark Omega. So, what could they? Okay. So let's assume for the sake of us that this is Scarif, right? And the Empire is going to get a hold of Omega.
Yes.
Because you're right.
Because they are trying to get Omega for Nala Se's sake.
And this episode does end
happily.
A bit too happy. Yeah, a bit too happy for for how because the Bad Batch. So the thing I noticed about the Bad Batch, and I'm sure you've seen it also, is like they never ever get a fucking break. It's like they arrive to his planet, everything's cool, like Wrecker eats as much as he could eat, and like he's full, and like he's like I'm never full, and like Tech is like I will mark this occasion. Omega laughs like a little kid when she's playing with the little Munyo monkey guys. You know what I mean? Like everything is there for. Ooh, one thing I forgot to check. Hang on to really verify.
Oh.
So.
Oh no.
Just because Munoz, I just want to see if the Munoz have been seen somewhere else. The little monkey guys.
Munoz?
The little green monkey guys that they were playing with.
Yeah. I mean, Scarif's a big planet, so.
I just want to see if they're a reference. Oh, okay, they were not. Okay. I'm still going to Wikipedia see if they're a reference anywhere else, and they were not. Okay, so Omega's playing with the Munoz, and she's laughing like a little kid, like she should, because she is a kid. She's like 14 years old, technically speaking, so, you know, she should be reacting as a child. And even like Tech's like, oh, she hasn't laughed like that in a long time. And things are going good. And Omega made a friend that's her age. And they go sailing off into the sunset. It's like, oh, this is amazing. And even like, it looks like Tech and Fear about to get busy, you know, because she's like all over, not all over him, but, you know, as over as him as she can get.
I mean, they're experiencing like tsunamis, but other than that.
Well, before that, before they hit that, when they're at the feast.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like she's kind of like, yeah, let's, you know, do this thing, blah blah blah. And it's like the tsunami hits or the earthquake hits. It's like these poor fucks can never get a break. Like they're
It's interesting how they called earthquakes in the Star Wars universe, because obviously there's no Earth that exists at the moment. They call it like something quakes. I'm sure there's a Wikipedia article entirely dedicated to this topic, which I'm sure will be brought up shortly.
Tremors. They're just calling it a large tremor or a small tremor. That's it.
Oh. I thought they were called like something quake. Oh well. It's known here. It's known to us as earthquakes, in you know.
Hang on a second. Okay. So anyway, sorry. So yeah, I'm like, I just to like beat a dead horse. I am convinced they're on Scarif. These poor fucks never get a break because the sea surge hits. There's one scene that made me like laugh, and I had to keep on watching over and over again because it's like if I was a resident on Pabu, I'd freak the fuck out. Like what the fuck? But okay.
Do you think the mayor was gonna die?
No. It was more of. So you know how everyone's like going back to the seawall?
I mean, there were like moments where like, oh, maybe he's one of those characters that will sacrifice himself for his his people or something.
Honestly, none of that really popped into my head because when I first saw the planet, and I'll show it again just because people need to know. When they first showed it, and I made that Scarif connection, that's where I thought he would die. Like the Empire shows up the next episode and they kill the mayor, or the mayor sacrifices himself so people can escape off the island and get out of there. That's where I saw him dying, not here. Here, everyone's going to survive. The part that made me laugh and would make me freak out if I were a random citizen on this planet is they're running up like the wall, right? Up the stairs.
Yeah.
And Tech is like, you know, there's too many people, not enough stairs, we're not going to make it. And Fee's like, oh, let's just use like the release ladders. And they basically.
You know what this episode reminded me of? I just became Titanic.
Yes.
Did you get like Titanic vibes just from watching that entire sequence of people running?
Now I do. Now I do.
Owned by Disney now, so I mean.
That's absolutely fair.
Goodness gracious. I'm making Titanic references now.
That's absolutely true. But you know how like Tech and Fee, they basically Batman up the wall to like release the.
Yeah.
Didn't you for a second, if you were a citizen on the wall and you saw these people Batman up with a cable, wouldn't you freak the fuck out? Be like, hey, what about me? What the hell? Like, I got a kid. Like I watch it, I'm like imagine being a citizen running by and you just see them like zip up the line.
I'm pretty sure they were too like focused on running instead of stopping and be like, hey, can't I go with you guys?
Fair, absolutely
I don't
fair.
think they would stop in that situation.
But I'd freak the fuck out.
It's
like
funny
shit.
Funny to think about.
Ooh.
That scene reminded me of when like Calhoun and Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, like that dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that vibe, and I kind of retweeted that comparison.
Also owned by Disney.
Yes, well, made by Disney actually, but
okay.
Titanic is that's a whole nother thing.
So here's my other weird theory / question or whatever. So.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, no. It brings a lot of stuff to the table. I hope, but.
Okay.
So Omega and Fee basically took that weird tree-looking thing, right? And
yes.
the thing from the bar, and they bring it there, and they say like there's a location there called the Archeum. And
yes.
She specifically says it holds like treasures from across the galaxy. What do you think could be in that thing?
I was thinking who would be interested in it, and I was like, Thrawn? Would Thrawn be interested in that? Maybe like, I don't know.
Thrawn or...
Thrawn shows up on Pabu and discovers it and brings the Imperials and also discovers the Bad Batch by coincidence.
Right.
There we go. That's how I'm bringing...
Because that would be the other way the Empire gets there. Because they probably either know of this place or maybe there's... Whatever way, they probably... It's a backwater planet no one cares about until they need to care about it. And either two things that make them care about it is either A, the Bad Batch, because Sid is going to rat them out.
Or Sid informs Thrawn of this, like, artifact thing, because she knows about artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Fee, and Fee would probably know about Thrawn through Sid, and so Sid would probably Thrawn will be, like, sent by Sid to this planet where she knows the Bad Batch probably is, because, I don't know, coordinates maybe, that she probably still keeps track of them somehow.
And we're still kind of assuming we're going to see Thrawn, which I honestly think we will. There's nothing that says we won't see Thrawn, to be honest, at this point. But we still have...
These two shows are about to connect in a way, because, I mean, we'll discuss this in the Mando episode when we get to it, but like, they mentioned freaking Kamino and cloning in this past week's Mando episode, and I was like, well, there you have it, that's the connection. So, yep.
The next episode for the Bad Batch is called Tipping Point. So, because like the Bad Batch themselves are boys like Hunter, Wrecker, not really Omega, but mostly Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech. They're still on the cusp of whether they should help the galaxy or not. They're doing jobs, but now they're just going to basically retire on Pabu because they save basically the villagers. Everything works good, and they're like, all right, we're just going to stay here and chill, help rebuild. So they're here now, right? They're not going anywhere. They're still on the cusp of whether they should help out. Like Omega is more like we should do something. The Empire is like hurting people. The next episode could be the Empire showing up. The tipping point is them saying we have to do something now. We cannot be like ourselves and not do anything. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure.
Thrawn will be the one that shows up.
What happened?
And Thrawn will be the one that shows up because I don't know who else is leading the Empire at this point.
But he's not an admiral yet. This is only
I thought we discussed this before that he was like just promoted or something.
Oh
At
yeah,
this
he was
point.
probably just. You're right. That's right. We discussed that. He was just promoted. It's either him or Rampart. Rampart could still be running around for all we know.
Or Eli Vanto.
Say again?
Eli Vanto.
Oh, maybe. Sorry, my ice machine just
We're
scared the shit
rolling
out
out
of me.
Imperial officer names at this point.
But yeah, like,
Bro, Rampart's MIA at this point.
he is MIA, but we're not sure if he's dead yet. We haven't seen a body yet. So
Same with Cody.
I'm going by comic book rules. Until I see a body, no one's dead.
Same with Cody.
Yeah, same with Cody. Yeah, true. No, that's absolutely true. So, I don't know,
I
man.
hate that we don't know what happened with these people. Oh gosh.
So,
Boba Fett all over again.
it is. It absolutely is. Because Cody's still running around. We know Rex is running around, obviously, because he's helping people out and stuff. So.
And he lives, and he's alive in Rebels, so... And technically Return of the Jedi, now that that's canon.
Is it canon now? Did they canonize it?
Oh yeah. He's just not Nick Sant. He's Rex, but on Endor, but not Nick Sant.
Gotcha.
Two different characters.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was made canon in a children's book about Rex, so... that helps.
Okay.
We know he does live up until Return of the Jedi at some point. So...
I'm trying to think. Anything else funky you caught in this episode?
We completely glossed over Tech and Fee's implied romantic thing that's been blooming.
She still calls him brown eyes.
Completely glossed over.
Yep.
Yes. The way that he's been smiling a lot, like more than he did in season 1.
Yes, absolutely.
Like he keeps looking at her and and yeah, lots of hints. So.
Like when the sunset happened on Pabu.
And was not opposed to staying with Fee on Pabu. Just saying.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was like down for it. He was like, when Hunter said like, I think we should stay a while in the hunt, and Tech was like, I came to a similar conclusion. Like he wants to stay there. He wants to like. These poor bastards have never had a real home. Like yes, Kamino was their home, but it was more like their base of operations, not home. And they've just been living in the Marauder and Oromandel, like with Sid, basically. They haven't really, or been refugees at Oromandel, actually.
Yep.
And the same thing with Omega. So, I can't blame Tech for wanting to settle down for a hot pirate chick. Most nerdy guys kind of want to anyway. They want to settle with the pirate chick, but not really the consequences of settling down with a pirate chick. So, just saying. Just saying. Who do you think is gonna make the first move between Tech and Fee?
Fee.
I want to say
Fee.
I want to say Fee also.
Yeah.
But just for subverting expectations, I want to say it's going to be Tech.
I mean, he could be bold enough down the line later on.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I feel like Fee would, knowing Fee.
The last 2 episodes, they're going on a very bad mission, and all of a sudden, Tech is like, listen, I'm going to die, and he gives her like a peck on the cheek, which is probably the most that bad boy can do. And then maybe Fee just sucks his face practically, afterwards. Like,
oh, I would yell if that happened.
But you could see it, right? He's like, we might not make it back. So, peck on the cheek.
I just won't be prepared to actually see it as someone whose favorite clone is Tech. So yeah, that's going to be an experience for sure. I mean, I was caught off guard when he straight up flirted with Tech for the first time when we first saw her in episode 1 or episode 2?
I think it might have been episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah.
Hey, brown eyes. We all have brown eyes.
Like, I was caught off guard when she said that. I was like, whoa, what? What in the fan fiction?
I don't have enough time to read this fan fiction yet. Good God.
This episode felt like fan fiction, like Tech XP fan fiction, and yet here we are. This is an actual episode.
Oh my God, you're not wrong, actually. Yeah, it kind of did.
Like, yeah.
I will say this, now that we're this far into the Bad Batch,
Yes.
at first, episodes, I was stuck in that same, like, thing other neckbeards are stuck on of, like, filler episode. This is a filler episode. Why do they have a filler episode? But then now, not at this point, I realize none of these episodes have been filler episodes at all.
Nope.
Like, all the events that happen in Faster, where they were warned how Sid is, are happening now. Like, from the message she left them. Like, it's been 20 rotations. You haven't gotten back to me.
Exactly.
Like, them meeting Fee, and then Fee again, like, and them showing Omega, like, how to grift and be a pirate and all that good stuff. Like, it's
so salty. Cody hasn't been brought up again.
Well, to be fair, we've only seen Crosshair twice in this entire season.
That is very true. Good God.
And the same could be said for Cody. I will say this.
Correct.
Cody is probably going to die, because we only see 3 clones in Rebels.
What's interesting is that, kind of semi-related, the Bad Batch Twitter and Instagram social media accounts finally posted a character poster for Rex today.
Really?
Like for season, yeah. Look at their social medias. They posted I also shared on my Instagram story, like, a picture of Rex, like,
interesting.
after all this time. I'm like, why now? Like, why not post a picture of Fee?
Huh.
Like,
yeah.
We didn't get a character poster for Fee yet, right?
Not that I know of,
Like,
no.
Like, you got one for freaking
For Mayday.
Mayday.
Yeah.
Not for Rex. Why now?
Interesting.
Why now? Even for Palpatine, who only showed up once. Like, oh wait, we did get one for Fee. Never mind. This is from... but... So it's very interesting that we finally got one for Rex.
Huh. Yeah,
Maybe he'll show up on Wednesday's episode somehow.
And that dropped 4 hours ago.
Yep. As of this recording.
As of this recording, yeah, correct. Yeah, we got Mayday. We got the...
Like, they've been posting about this week's episode and then Rex. Just finally posting a picture of Rex.
So what are we going to see on Wednesday, I wonder?
Maybe he'll find them on Pabu?
Maybe. Yeah, because Mayday was posted on the 13th. And that was the Monday prior to... No. Yeah, it was the Monday after, like, his episode. So why are they showing Rex?
Yeah.
You're right.
I know, right? Because I don't remember seeing Rex in this week's.
No, not at all. I don't even think in a flashback.
Nope, not even like a hologram.
That is interesting. Yeah, we got Chuchi. Huh. That is very interesting. Gunji, obviously, because, Gunji. And even Teo. We got all the way back. There's Teo. We got Cody.
What?
Yeah, we had one for Cody.
We got Fee from weeks ago.
Sid, yeah. Everybody but... Huh. Everybody but Rex.
Why now, though? Like, why not wait until he shows up in an episode?
Well, it could... 2 explanations. 1, coincidence. But we're Ilum Radio. We don't believe in coincidence, damn it.
They could have posted a picture of the freaking mayor, for all we know.
That's also true.
They posted Rex.
This is also true.
Or the little girl. I forget her name. Or
Lena?
Lena. Or, yeah. Those are the only two characters that could get character posters, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm. Telling you. Ilum, this is Ilum Radio. We don't believe in coincidences. We believe we make our own patterns and coincidences and connections. We are Charlie Day.
I think he's going to show up next episode.
I think so also.
Somehow. If they're posting now, like a reminder that, oh hey, Rex is also in this show. I think he's gonna show up next episode.
What are your closing thoughts on this episode?
This ended way too happily. Something bad is gonna happen next episode for sure. I now do believe that is Scarif, now that you brought that up twice. Like, at first I didn't believe that was Scarif until you brought it up, so...
I agree. This ended on a way... I don't think any episode has ever ended this happy on Bad Batch that I can think of.
Never. God. My God.
Like this... Honestly, this felt like the last episode of the season. Kinda. Because of how happy it ended.
If this was the last episode, though, that would have ended on a really bad note because of Crosshair and the state of the other clone.
Fair.
No closures. Like, them not knowing about Crosshair being freaking tortured while they're peacefully on another island.
While they're basically partying in Cancun.
Which kind of reminds me of another certain character in Mandalorian also getting sort of the same treatment from a different side of the war. So
we will talk about that in our next episode. Let's not spoil it yet. Let's just give breadcrumbs.
I'm teasing the people, Dave.
Give them a little appetizer.
I kind of already teased it twice, so yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, I agree also. This ended way too fucking happy for this to be the Bad Batch. Something really bad's going to happen in the next episode. Either the Empire's going to show up in force, or it's just going to be one... Either way, if it's one Star Destroyer or a fleet, that town, that island is fucked. Because I don't think they have any defenses.
God, if Crosshair is back to his old ways, like before, like when he was like brainwashed or something by the Empire, like what if he's like back to being brainwashed and is expected to go on a mission to Babu to find them?
Maybe.
Find Omega. That's like my worst fear.
Because if Sid gave them up to the Empire and she said, here's their tracker. Because I am sure if Sid gives them up, there is a tracker on their ship somewhere or in Gonki. Yeah. Like, there's no way in hell that woman will let them run around. She's probably give them the benefit of the doubt.
It was stated there was a tracker on Gonki when the ship was stolen. Maybe they'll bring that up again.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Remember when they were trying to find the Marauder?
And they probably would... Yeah, they probably turned... Oh, my God, you're right. Because they would...
There is a tracker on Gonki.
They would turn their transponder off on the Marauder because they want to hide from Sid. They probably have turned off their transponder. But Gonki was on the ship. He was on there when they were flying around. Because he, you know, like, Gonki was like, you're playing by yourself, so... Yeah. They're going to do... Oh, God, not Gonki. Oh.
No, you think they're going to destroy Gonki for...
I don't think they're going to destroy Gonki. I would assume someone else destroys Gonki. Not sure who, but I don't think it'll be our Bad Batch friends.
Oh, no, I don't want to think about Gonki being destroyed now. Oh, God, okay. I brought this upon myself
Yeah,
now.
you did. Yeah, he did.
No. Has Gonki gotten a character thing yet?
Let's
I don't remember.
Out.
Oh, God.
I see Gunji, I see Fee.
I think he has.
Teo, Crosshair again, Echo, Wrecker, Hunter. I mean, I looked really quickly, but no.
Justice for Gonky.
I see Greg. I see Gregor. I see Nala Say. This is going already back until like before the episode premiered.
Oh, okay. Whatever, it's fine. Closing thoughts.
Something really bad's gonna happen next episode. I know it. This is Scarif. I will keep on saying it's Scarif until it's not Scarif, or if it is Scarif. I mean, again, for folks watching at home, come on. That's
a dead ringer.
It's gotta be.
I'm convinced now. I wasn't convinced before, but I am now. So
I know, like, snow plants are aplenty in Star Wars universe. I know desert plants are aplenty. But that's gotta be the thing, and that would suck even more if like the tower where they had a Death Star plans were built right on top of Pabu, like they just leveled it to build their tower.
No, don't. Oh God. The land looked too flat though, so that can't be it.
It's the Empire. They could have just leveled it just to build their tower. Remember,
Pabu's...
this is the Empire. They will stop at nothing to erase that past
and destroy planets. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Okay.
But we will see, unfortunately. Anywho, friends, that's it for episode 33 of Ilum Radio. If you want to follow us on social medias, look us up on Twitter at Ilum Radio. Look us up on Instagram at Ilum Radio. And look us up on TikTok at Ilum Radio. If you like this episode and you want to see more of it, like and comment. Obviously, subscribe. It really helps us out and gets us out there into the other Star Wars ears that we want to get into. If there's a specific episode you want to hear us talk about, please send us an email, or just a specific Star Wars topic. Send us an email to ilumradiopodcast@gmail.com. If they want to find you, Millie, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at me_Halpern, where I tweet about me yelling about Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, Twisted Wonderland, all that good stuff. Everything Disney, basically. And occasionally some Doctor Who sprinkled in there also. And on Twitter at Millie_Halpern. So that's my name _Halpern. So similar to Twitter, but it's my name. So
if you guys want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at Bearded Menace right there. If you guys want to find me on Instagram, you'll find me on David Bearded Menace. I haven't posted much recently, but I'm going to get back to it. I'm also on TikTok at David Bearded Menace. Again, I haven't posted recently, but I have to get back to it. Hey, pupper. And if you guys want to hang out with us in a live stream, and possibly Millie in the live stream as well, you can find me on twitch.tv/DavidBeardedMenace. But keep an ear out, because that might not be the only place you will find us live streaming, as we may start doing some video games on this channel pretty soon, or eventually. So keep an ear out for that, and keep notifications on for that. Anyway, friends, that is it for us. As always, be easy, stay frosty, and may the Force be with you. Peace.